New Kerem, Bursin interview for Vogue Man Turkey was out yesterday. Overcoming limits. Kerem, Bursin. His talent and passion for the sport. Of course, we have difficult days in life. But when I have free time to exercise, I remind myself, okay, it will pass. You will progress in life the same way you progress in training. How are you? What have you been up to lately? I am in a more calm period. Right now, my days revolve around training. On the other hand, we continue the meetings and negotiations. We know that sport has a great importance in your life. Can we hear something from you? Just as we spend time with our loved ones, with our work or sometimes with things we don't want, sport is my time for me, and it is very important to me. Because while doing sports, I think and dream. If something is stuck in my head, I try to solve it. In this respect, sports are a necessity for me. Has your interest in sport come from childhood? I was an active child. In 5th grade I started swimming. It was then that I liked this discipline and routine. After a while, I managed to fit the sport into my life. And how did your swimming adventure continue? I was successful in swimming. I swam for 12 years. But if you ask me, what was the craziest sport I've ever played, it's definitely lacrosse. How is your sports routine? Can you tell us a bit about your training regimen? Change from time to time. Let me tell you a bit about my current routine. Right now, I'm training twice a day. Boxing in the morning, full body training in the afternoon. Both sessions last between an hour and a half and 2 hours. Sometimes I box in the morning and run in the afternoon. Nowadays, Pilates has also entered my routine, which I think is very, very important. I try to train at this pace 5 days a week. Of course, in addition to this, things like physiotherapy and massages also have a very important place. I'm not sure if I'll be successful, but I like golf. It really is a fun sport. Both my mom and dad play. I want to be able to play with them too. So I can definitely say that I have included golf in my life. I hope to progress. I can't think of a sport in which I said I won't. Although some consider hunting as a sport, I believe it's not a sport. I would never do it. There are so many things I want to try. Climbing is one of them. I really love it. I must also say that I love watching football. I like watching more than playing, which is usually the opposite for me. But I love being a spectator at football. Who are the athletes that inspire you? Muhammad Ali. A true legend. Bruce Lee was a complete philosopher. LeBron James is incredibly successful. Colin Kaepernick. The Williams sisters are equally inspiring. What kind of impact does training have on your eating habits? I think it depends on the person and his goals. For example, the concept of punishment or reward does not go with me. As I said, it changes periodically, but as I get older, I can say that I try to pay more attention to my diet. Now, I'm in a period where I want to feel good because I'm preparing for the Under Armour commercial. But, for example, I love and eat cookies. Can you tell us a bit about producer Kerem, Bursin and his upcoming projects? My main job is acting and I do it with great passion. So everything related to acting excites me. I am interested in trying things in acting that have not been done, not dared to be done, or that are not very profitable in the commercial sense. Of course, everyone wants to make money, but even if they are called risky, I would like to do projects that I believe in and say yes, this, and support them. We are in a good moment right now. There are already ongoing negotiations. I will go to America after a while. I have not been able to go since the beginning of the pandemic and we will have meetings with my manager team there. I really want to be in beautiful stories that I believe in. I think it's also an exciting period for the industry. A lot of new platforms are coming. There will also be a shoot for our Under Armour commercial, and I'm really excited about that. Can you talk a bit about the film, Iflatu, and the Aflaz character you played? We shot the film before the pandemic. I hope the audience likes it too. Aflaz is in a life he doesn't want. Iflatu is a visually impaired character. Meeting her is also a discovery for Aflaz. It really is a beautiful story told from a very pure place. How would you describe Under Armour in 3 words? Quality, stability and literally sport. You said 3 words, but I'll also say proud because it's a brand I'm proud to wear while playing sports or being outdoors. What does it take for a project to excite you? I need to feel that passion. Our Under Armour commercial or the social responsibility projects I participate in also excite me. What excites me is the passion and purpose of the project. For example, Sen Kalkakami. It was a romantic comedy, but it touched many people's lives in some way. This is something very special. How is your relationship with social networks? I try to use social networks with sincerity. I share the social responsibility campaigns I believe in and care about, the advertising work I do or the brands I love, believe in and want to be with. Being honest is important to me. If I'm not happy, I don't post a picture like I'm happy. I can't. Acting like nothing is wrong feels insincere. If it's not a good time for the world or our country, I don't really want to share something. Sometimes there are many times that I don't log in at all, but whatever happens, I'm having fun as a user. I think it's important to use them for the right purposes and to deliver positive and meaningful messages. We know you don't like the word fan and call everyone my friends. We have a very interesting, beautiful and special relationship. Sometimes I love to have conversations and make surprises. Sometimes they do and say things that are so meaningful that it really is a huge motivation for me. We laugh and cheer together. They send very sweet gifts, flowers, letters, they donate to social responsibility organizations. All very meaningful and very rewarding. I am glad to have them. March the 8th is approaching. Is there any message you want to give? It is a very, very important day. We must remember and remind you of the inequalities that still exist. We must act ourselves for equality and ask others to act against inequalities. But this does not mean that we should limit ourselves only to today. On all the remaining days, we must also pay attention to this topic. Let's not forget that the issue of women's rights is a human rights issue. Interviews with no personal questions for both Elle and Vogue. Nothing personal. Only work. Kerem posted this photo on his Instagram today and wrote, "The only way is through." Under Armour. He also reposted this picture. Any further delay in global action to slow climate change will miss a short window of opportunity to secure a livable and sustainable future. Kerem poses as Haida. As he promised. The man who keeps making axes for Kerem, kind of a friend, liked this tweet today. Haida your boyfriend. What do you think about it? If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and enable notifications about new videos. Thanks for watching. See you again.